I didn't lose my job because I was bad at it. I lost it because my boss stole my idea, and I had proof. I didn't expose him right away. I let him dig the hole, then handed HR the shovel. I worked at a small marketing agency, deadlines, late-night Slack, and regret-flavored coffee. I was the reliable one, fixing problems quietly. My boss, Derek, loved looking busy, speaking in buzzwords, and taking credit for wins. One Monday, our biggest client hinted they might leave. They said our campaigns were fine, meaning, we're bored. I stayed late and built a new concept, short-form story series with weekly themes, simple tracking, and clear conversion steps. I saved the deck to the shared drive and emailed, Derek, here's the concept plus execution plan. Happy to walk through it tomorrow. Next day, Derek presented my deck, except my name was gone from the title slide. He acted like he invented it. I've been thinking about this for weeks. I made it in 6 hours. I could have called him out, but I've seen what happens when you challenge a manager. Publicly, they don't feel guilty, they feel threatened. So I stayed quiet and collected proof, screenshots, timestamps, file history, email receipts. The client loved the idea. Coworkers messaged me, wasn't that your deck? 2 days later, Derek scheduled a one-on-one, smiled and said, let's not get caught up in who did what. The client is happy. Then, also, we're restructuring. My stomach dropped. Restructuring is corporate for you're about to get punished. Friday, HR invited me to a meeting. Derek was there, arms crossed like court. HR said, we've noticed performance concerns. Derek listed vague complaints. Not proactive, not aligned, communication issues. Then HR said, we're ending your contract effective immediately. I didn't cry or beg. I said calmly, before we finalize anything, I need to share something. I opened my laptop and showed HR the email I sent. Derek with the deck attached, dated, time-stamped. Then the shared drive history, created by me, edited by me. Last edited by Derek 5 minutes before the meeting where he presented it. I showed the original title slide with my name, then the version he used. I'm not saying Derek can't present ideas. I'm saying this one was mine, and I'm being fired right after it succeeds. HR turned to Derek. Why did you remove her name from the deck? Silence. Then, why are we discussing termination the same week this deliverable goes live? Derek tried to laugh. This is how collaboration works. HR didn't laugh. They ended the meeting and asked Derek to step out. 20 minutes later, HR returned. We're not proceeding with termination today. A week later, Derek was removed from the account. 2 weeks after that, he was no longer with the company. Funny how fast restructuring happens when the wrong person gets caught. I didn't win because I argued better. I won because I documented everything. HR called me in over screenshots of me saying things I never said. My coworker Lana thought she'd played it perfectly. She didn't count on one thing: edited images leave fingerprints. I worked customer support at a mid-sized tech company. Tickets, angry emails, and managers obsessed with tone. I kept my head down and did my job. Lana was friendly in public but competitive in private. If you got praised, she got quiet. If you made a mistake, she got loud. We were both up for the same promotion, team lead. After my manager told me I was a strong candidate, Lana started acting weird, asking if I ever DM customers or delete messages. I laughed it off. I shouldn't have. One morning I got a calendar invite. HR meeting, urgent, no details. In the meeting, HR said they received screenshots showing I sent inappropriate messages to a customer. They slid a printed page across the table. Chat thread with my name and profile photo. The messages rude and sarcastic, totally out of character. HR called it a serious policy violation. I didn't panic out loud, but I was spiraling inside. I said one sentence, I didn't send these, and I can prove it. I asked for 1 day before any decision. I checked the actual customer record in our support system, no such conversation existed. HR said sometimes people message outside the system. So I requested the customer's contact info and asked them to forward the messages they supposedly received. And I asked HR to email me the screenshots as attachments, not pasted into a document. When HR sent the files, I noticed the images had been resized and resaved multiple times. Fonts and spacing were slightly off. And the biggest giveaway, the timestamp format didn't match our platform. It was close, but not exact. I told HR to keep the exact files and not resave them. Then I took them to IT. They confirmed the images were edited. Not maybe, edited. Then the customer forwarded their actual messages. Normal, polite, and a completely different layout. I went back to HR with the real customer thread. The customers forwarded messages. and Knight's confirmation that the screenshots were manipulated. HR asked, who would do this? I didn't accuse anyone. I just said only a few people had access to my profile photo and knew. I was up for promotion. HR went quiet. 2 days later, Lana was pulled into a meeting. That afternoon, her Slack went offline. The next morning, we got a bland announcement. Lana is no longer with the company. I didn't win because I was louder. I won because I stayed calm and asked for the original files. Screenshots can lie, but systems keep history.